Looks like we're good. Hey everyone, Ragnarmune here, welcoming you to another episode of Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. I went and off camera, I got myself two Cobras, decided to pick the better paint job that I got. So there we go. I'll be playing around with that a little later. Look at the horsepower on this thing too. 423 by itself. That's insane. But we're here to tune up our Mazda Miata just a tad bit more. And by that I mean buy all the damn turbo packs for it. And we're going to get our asses into the meat of the game. Let's go back to engine and a tune-up. So at most we'll be able to hit about 270. And I will indeed be able to afford all three stages. That's great. That's fantastic. I really don't need the racing mod. I really don't think I'll need it, period. But let's go ahead and show off another thing that you can do. See down here is machine test, and you're supposed to be able to get a feel for your machine here. I usually take the 1000 route there. What I'm going to be doing is in the settings, because you can't, if your horsepower does not meet the standards that need to be met, you're not allowed to race. I could mess around with that, but I really don't want to. I'm gonna stick with 5, and we're gonna see just how great this tuned-up Miata is at this stage. Bear in mind, I turned its tune-up down to 1. Ah, you're a 6-speed car. That's nice. I'm gonna speeding up my videos just a little bit, or rather, speed up the emulator, just so I can get through a couple of menus faster. Since I'm not really speed running, but that's kind of what we're looking at right there in terms of our car. That's pretty good. So, with Gran Turismo League, as you know, we have all of this that we have to race through, and it's gonna be a ride. Eventually, we need to get a car that has about 400 or so horsepower. That's the whole reason I want the Audi, because it can do a lot for us. However, it cannot race in midfield at the first race. I'm gonna see if there's. I think French also has one that I can't race on. Are the French or UK? Let me see real quick. Yeah, Trial Mountain 197. That's kind of why you need those low-tier cars. I might have put a little too much money into this car, but that's probably because I can do a lot of this particular racetrack today. If anything, I'm pretty sure I can handle the 295 circuits easy. Oh yeah, we can handle these easy. So let's just start from the bottom of the barrel at Midfield Raceway. And here I will go ahead and demonstrate what I'm talking about. So I have the other tunings right here, but if I were to try and do that, it wouldn't let me. So we're gonna go ahead and start the race. Let's get this show on the road. This will be probably the third part I've recorded today. So Midfield Raceway is a fantastic sort of. It's got straightaways, but it's got some turns that are pretty tight. Now, since I've tuned this thing up a bit, it's gonna be really easy to beat this. Whoa! Did you see that handling? Damn, that's good handling. It's really good handling. I didn't even think to test that. And I could buy this thing a racing class upgrade. It's the only upgrade I haven't gotten, but that's 85,000 bucks, and I'm not going to sell another Cobra to get that. Maybe I will to show it off, but maybe I won't. Some classes, some races won't even let you take these types of cars in there. Which is really unfortunate. And as of this recording, I've lost a little more weight. I'm down to about 310, 315. I'm happy. Whatever I'm doing is working. So, hooray for self-conscious health and calorie counting. Make sure to go on my walks too, which I've actually neglected for the past couple of days. That's only because my throat's been feeling like crap. Regardless. So, how are you guys this summers? Because I know, as of this recording, it's by the time this goes up, you guys the kids that are out there might be back in school. Maybe you're a college man. Maybe you finally landed that sweet 9-to-5 that I don't have, that I hope to get someday. I hope everyone's doing all right. Man, I'm just trying to. I'm not even scrounging at this point. I'm trying to like enjoy the scenery here. I mean, I am curb stomping these guys. Excuse me. Imagine how crazy my speed and handling would be if I did get the racing mod. It'd be nuts. I don't know about you, because I'm doing this Let's Play again and I don't have music going, I feel like the best thing I could tell you guys is pull up a separate tab, pull up some Slayer or some Metallica or whatever the hell your favorite band is, or just racing game songs. Even the Mario Kart stuff you could pull up. I used to wish I had a CD player right now that I could plug into. That's one. And then eventually I'll have to get myself some rally cars, just so that I can go through and do all that stuff, which will be nice. Alright, let's see here. I want to go to Rome Short. I'm going to be jumping around a lot in this particular portion of the game, just because it's like, yeah, I could just do one cup in order, but then I'd have to go back and retune stuff, and it's like, you might as well get the low stuff while you've got the low stuff available. Plus, when I get to about the 300s, I'll be using the Lancer anyways. Maybe. I think this car might be a little better suited at this point. Not to mention, while you're doing all these nationals, you can see what all unique cars are available in this game, just because those particular nationals championships are going to be using cars that are native to that region. So at the Italian circuit, you're going to see stuff that's usually from Italy, or I want to say West City, my bad. You can tell I'm yawning, I'm getting pretty tired. I'm actually leaning on my desk while I play this. A couple nights ago, in Warcraft, our guild managed to get to Heroic Maiden before we wiped and had to call it a night just because of time constraints. And we're usually only pulling one night a week most times. We want to do two, but scheduling conflicts are a bitch right now. But we're trying to get Heroic Kill Jaden down so we can get our people AOTC, so we can get people, you know, the experience they want. Because obviously, when you join a guild, you want to be like, some people want to be those hardcore mythic raiding guilds and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind mythic raiding except for one issue. My goddamn frame rate. Whenever I raid in like the 20+ sized people, my frames will go from, I usually play at just a safe 20, but my frames will drop down to 3 during the entire encounter. When I die, my frames are back up. That's just the way it is, and I have no idea why that is. I mean, this computer's from 2010 that I'm recording on, everyone knows. So there you go. But it's like, Jesus Christ, can you use a little less flashiness? Or just better streamline and optimize your stuff. That's what patches are for, man. Christ. At least that's what I want patches to be for. So we have like a Fiat Punto, Alfa Romeo, Lancia, some nice foreign car companies there. Makes me wonder. I wonder if anyone's ever imported like one of those Italian-like cars into the U.S. And if they do, how much do they go for? I'm just curious is all. I'm at 10 minutes. 1 or 2 more races ought to do for the day. Because I got, I believe, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I have like 12 races I got to do. 12, 14. I got 16 races to do, so I should probably do 4. Germany is Deep Forest 2016. 216. Trial Mountain. There's the other 197 we're missing. And I think I have to do that 216 too before I can safely upgrade to like Tier 2 tune-up. So there's that. It's pretty hot out. Like I said, it's pretty hot out. It's nice and sunny out my window. Like if there's one thing I won't. Hey, it's our favorite British taxi. So that's pretty nice. Plus, as I have been making these videos on this thing with some different settings and setups and such and like that, it's like I've noticed that my videos have increased a little bit in quality, just a little bit in terms of like stability, not being like a jagged ass frame rate, like the majority of my Toy Story Racer videos have been. That's another thing. I plan on doing Toy Story 2. Got to about part 11, or I think I got to like part 10, part 11, somewhere around that, and I just stopped. I don't know why it was. I think, oh, I know what it was. I finished like the final 4 that I needed to finish, but the entirety that was like such a jumbled mess, and I'd done it all in one day. I kind of just threw my arms up and said, screw it, I'm not finishing this for a while. And I started recording that in like January, February, so yeah, I had plans to keep going, but then I just lost big tracks of time. So that kind of would explain where the hell I had been. Not to mention, obviously, looking after Mom, making sure trying to get myself that job that I need, because I need to. I'm pretty sure very soon there's gonna be something bad happening. It's like if I don't get that job, it's not gonna be a good time. Because money makes the world go round. Money, dear boy. It was actually a pretty bad turn there. I'm flying by bridge, so this is our sponsor. God, I'm getting tired. Oh my god, guys. Gran Turismo 2 is actually putting me asleep. That's another danger. Don't ever drive when you're about to fall asleep, because if you do fall asleep, that split second that you fall asleep could be a crash. And no, I did not learn that from Crash Test Dummies. That was a dumb show. I remember there were freaking toys based on the Crash Test Dummies. The whole premise of that toy line was to just do stuff to them, break them, destroy them. Hey, British Taxi, get behind me. Get behind me, you stupid British Taxi. Yeah, man, like some of these cars are also pretty... Oh, excuse me. Some of these cars are pretty, interesting with what their performance can be. Not just for pathing reasons. One thing I don't like about Need for Speed Most Wanted is just the, like, in a control standpoint, the game legitimately has no dead zone. So it's super sensitive to the touch. And that might attribute it to its popularity from 2005. I love the amount of machines it was available for. It's available on PS2, Xbox 360, and I believe GameCube got a port of it. But everyone remembers playing it on either Xbox or PS2 because that was the big stuff. And just for those guys that are wondering, oh, like, these guys are going to fail at selling video games and stuff like that, they've obviously hit a market. The question is, what do they specialize in? Example, Nintendo has been going unchallenged ever since the end of the PSP for many a year. I think they've had about a good almost 10 years being unchallenged in the market now, because the PSP's problem was its price point, not so much the technology on it. Because the PSP had some badass games on it. The Dissidia series, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. I say that because we should have had Final Mix. Those mother... Well, you know. One more. One more. Deep Forest. Here's a nice one. I kind of like how this is a bit more of a sunsetish track. Now, the horsepower requirement on here is just a little bit higher, so the cars are likely going to be a bit faster as a result. Oh my god, oh my god, no. See, that's what happens when you yawn. You end up going off-road. That was a pretty good turn, all things considered, though. Excuse me. Ugh. I'm falling apart now. Oh no. Oh no. I was thinking of making a DFO and chill at the time of this recording. Oh god. That's it. I'm going for a nap after this. Maybe watch an episode of Angry Beavers, which that's something interesting. I ended up finding the entire 52 episode series of the Angry Beavers at our local Walmart for like $17. That's a steal. That is a freaking steal. I think Disc 3 is the best one because it just has, I think, all my favorites. Minus like maybe one exception, but it's got like a lot of the best. I never knew that the Sisters episode was a poorly disguised pilot either. Because had that have taken off, we would have had like a spin-off series that starred the sisters. Probably would have been the same concept, just more sisterly. Plus, I have to give props to the two voice actors that they got to voice the main characters. How could you go wrong with a legendary Richard Horvitz? How could you go wrong with Richard Horvitz being Daggett? Stupid thing, stupid thing, and the ever classy yet like deep voice maniac that is Nick Bakay, or as I remember him, like Nick Bakay. He's apparently called Nick Bakay. I just love the voice work these guys have done, just because Nick Bakay, you listen to his voice, you're thinking, oh, the voices that he's doing for Salem and Sabrina Teenage Witch Hunter, obviously. Oh my god, it's happening again. Those are obviously some kind of character, but no. Nick Bakay, like, that's Nick Bakay's legitimate, like, non-changed voice, and that's why I love that guy as a voice actor. I think he's had a couple of on-camera appearances, too, here and there. I also love the in-jokes when it comes to stuff like that. Like, Richard Horvitz just celebrated his kid turning 4. Who's Richard Horvitz? No idea. That was in one of the episodes. I can't remember which one. I think my favorite Season 1 episode has to be the one where Daggett gets like super crazy in collecting box tops because he wants a big street sweeper, and they end up mailing themselves to and this is the name of who makes their cereal, the Big Cereal Company. That's just it, the Big Cereal Company. Oh, there's another Audi. That's nice. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for today because I'm getting very tired. I'm yawning right now. That's a problem. Oh God, I am fighting the power, brother. Okay, 246, and I think German is a 246, 295. But I know we have two 246s somewhere. We have a couple 246s as well to go through. But that'll be for next time, so join us back that next time when we continue our trek through the national circuits. Because eventually, once we get to the Euro and Pacific League, sneak peek here, look at that, 591. At 542, that's going to be a bit of a pain, but thankfully, I have a plan, see? So there you go. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going for a nap, maybe a drink of some sort. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Wait, before I do. There we go. Save state that. And now I'm out of here. See you, everybody. Take it easy.